So today we will discuss about nucleic acids. Okay? Nucleic acids. Whenever we are like nucleic acid, then two terms come to our mind. One is DNA and one is RNA. DNA stands for
deoxynucleic acid.
and RNA stands for
Riboxynucleic acid.
Okay. So what are nucleic acids made up of? They are actually polymers of nucleotide. Okay, like যেমনি আমি protein পড়েছিল, proteins are polymers of
Amino acids.
polysaccharides are polymer of monosaccharides. So similarly, nucleic acids, they are the polymers of nucleotide. Okay? The polymers of nucleotide. Now, what is a nucleotide? Nucleotide consists of three things. Okay, it is nucleotide is composed of three structures. The first structure is a nitrogenous base. The second structure is a pentose sugar. And the third structure is group. A nucleotide is made up of three structures. The first structure is a nitrogenous base, the second structure is a pentose sugar, and the third structure is a phosphate group. So nucleotide consists of three structures. A single nucleotide is made up of three structures: nitrogenous base, a pentose sugar, and a phosphate group. Well,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
now tell me one thing. Have you heard the word nucleoside? Have you heard the word nucleoside, the term nucleoside?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, see, though nucleotide and nucleoside, there is just a simple difference. In case of nucleoside, it is composed of nitrogenous base and sugar. No phosphate group is present. So it is a nucleoside. In case of nucleoside, there is no phosphate group. Or you can remember, phosphate group to side हो जाए, कितने की हो जाए, nucleoside हो जाए, okay?
Pentose sugar or only sugar?
It is pentose sugar.
Ma'am, for nucleoside.
Yeah. By sugar, I mean pentose sugar. So what we have discussed till now that nucleic acids can be DNA and RNA. Nucleic acids are polymers of nucleotides. Nucleotides consist of a phosphate group, a sugar group, and nitrogenous base. On the other hand, there is another similar term that is nucleoside. Side means there is no phosphate group. Okay, jitya phosphate group to side ho jaye, that you can remember nucleoside. Clear everyone till this point? Next part. Now we will discuss in details about each one of them. Nitrogenous base we will discuss. We'll discuss in details about pentose sugar and also about the phosphate group. Now put the heading nitrogenous base. Now we will discuss each of the component of nucleotide in details. Nitrogenous base. There are two types of nitrogenous base. One is purine and another is pyrimidine. Hello, my Bluetooth is not working properly. Okay. Wait a second. So I had some issue regarding with my Bluetooth. Okay, so let's get back. Nitrogenous base are of two types. One is purine. My voice is fine now.
Yes,
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 ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
One is purine, and another one is pyrimidine. Nitrogenous base are of two types, purine and pyrimidine. Purine, shorter name, consists of two rings. One single ring this kind of structure, and pyrimidine will consist of one single ring. Okay, purine consists of two rings and pyrimidine consists of a single ring. See, nitrogenous base in case of DNA nitrogenous base. There are four types of nitrogenous base in case of DNA: adenine, guanine, cytosine. This part is visible or not in the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
And thymine. Okay, in case of DNA, there are four kinds of nitrogenous base: adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine. In case of RNA, there are also four types of nitrogenous bases. They are adenine, guanine, cytosine, and uracil. So see, where is the difference? Uracil is present in case of RNA, and in case of DNA, thymine is present. So this is a very important difference. In case of DNA and RNA, there are four different types of bases: adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine in case of DNA. In case of RNA, there are adenine, cytosine, guanine, and uracil. So the difference lies in thymine and uracil. Very important point. Uracil is present in RNA, but it is absent in DNA. Similarly, thymine is present in DNA, but it is absent in RNA. So in the structure of RNA, this is the first difference you are having. So total, how many nitrogenous bases are there, irrespective of DNA, RNA? If I ask you, what will be your answer? Total nitrogenous bases?
8.
8.
8.
6.
Ma'am, 5.
5, ma'am?
Ma'am, 5.
5. Okay. Irrespective of DNA, RNA, if I ask how many nitrogenous bases are there in total, then you will tell 5. Okay. In DNA 4, RNA 4, not 8 total. 8 to 89, this adenine is same. This guanine is same. Cytosine, same. Okay. Difference is thymine and uracil. So let us see under purine what are the bases and under pyrimidine what are the bases. Example of purine is adenine and guanine. Example of pyrimidine is cytosine, uracil, and thymine. Example of purine is adenine and guanine. So adenine or guanine structure double ring will be present. An example of pyrimidine is cytosine, uracil, and thymine.
Ma'am, এইকেইটা কিহৰ এক্সাম্পল বুলি ক'লে মেম মই শুনা নাপালো
মই কৈছিলো নাইট্ৰজেনাছ বেছ দুটা টাইপ অফ আছে ওকে এটা হল পিউৰিমিডিন টাইপ এটা হল পাইৰিন টাইপ ওকে পিউৰিন আৰু পাইৰিমিডিন তো পিউৰিনত কি হয় ডাবল ৰিং ষ্ট্ৰাকচাৰ থাকে আৰু পাইৰিমিডিনত সিঙ্গল ৰিং ষ্ট্ৰাকচাৰ থাকে তো এতিয়া আমি পঢ়িলো ডিএনএ কি কি নাইট্ৰজেনাছ বেছ থাকে আৰএনএ কি কি থাকে টোটাল আমি ক'ব পাৰিম আমাৰ তাত পাঁচটা নাইট্ৰজেনাছ বেছ আছে আউট অফ দ্যাট পিউৰিনৰ ক্যাটাগৰীত কোন পৰে পাইৰিমিডিনৰ ক্যাটাগৰীত কোন পৰে Okay, purine under poribo adenine guanine aru pyrimidine poribo cytosine uracil aru thymine.
Okay ma'am, thank you.
Okay. In case of purine, next difference. So first difference hol yate duta ring thakibo yate single ring thakibo. Second difference is that in case of purine, nitrogen is present. Nitrogen group N means nitrogen is present in carbon number 1, 3, 7 aru 9. Okay, 1, 3, 7 aru 9. Suppose it is 1 hole 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. ইয়াতে এটা নাইট্ৰজেন গ্ৰুপ থাকিব আৰু ইয়াতে এটা নাইট্ৰজেন গ্ৰুপ থাকিব In case of purine, nitrogen group is present in carbon number 1, 3, 7 and 9. In case of pyrimidine, nitrogen is present in position number 1 and position number 3. In case of pyrimidine, Nitrogen is present in carbon number 1 and carbon number 3. So this is যদি 1, এটা যদি 2 হয়, ইয়াতে থাকিব nitrogen, আৰু এইটো হ'ব আমাৰ 3. So এইকেইটা হ'ল basic difference. যিটো word small হয় সেইটো structure দুটা হয়, যিটো word লম্বা হয় সেইটো structure এটা হয়, okay, because দুটা confusing হয়. Okay, so আমি কি difference পঢ়িলো? আমি পঢ়িলো in case of nitrogenous base এটা আছে total nitrogenous base পাঁচটা আছে, আৰু nitrogenous base যদি আমি divide কৰিব লাগে দুটা category we used to divide, that is purine and pyrimidine. Purine is the one that is having 2 rings and pyrimidine 1 ring. Purine কি হয়? Example of লিখিছো adenine and guanine. Pyrimidine example of cytosine, uracil and thymine. Okay, এটা মনত কৰিবা, বাকি এইটো মনত কৰিবা, বাকি 3 of them rest in the other category. Then in case of purine, nitrogen group কত present থাকে 1, 3 and 7, 9. আৰু in case of pyrimidine, nitrogen কত থাকিব 1 and 3. Clear everyone till this point?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Next আমি structure draw কৰিম. adenine কেনেকুৱা হয়, guanine কেনেকুৱা হয়, structure কেইটা কিয় important হয়, because next part টো আমি চাব লাগিব যে base nitrogenous base টো sugar লগত কেনেকে bond হৈছে, okay, or nucleotides বিলাক কেনেকে bind হৈ পিনে nucleic acid বনায়. So the structure is important. Okay, coming to the structure, first we'll draw the structure of adenine. Okay, so adenine karne, this is a carbon, this is a nitrogen, one. See, কেতিয়াবা এইটো structure ইফালে থাকিব, কেতিয়াবা এইফালে থাকিব. Don't be confused, both the structures are same, okay? There will be a double bond here. Here there will be a amide group. Here there will be a double bond. Here there will be a double bond.
Ma'am, কিহৰ structure হয়?
89 হয়. মই labeling কৰি আছো. So this is paper adenine. Carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4, carbon 5, carbon 6, carbon 7, carbon 8, carbon number 9. So this is the structure of adenine. আৰু এইটো কাৰ্বনৰ হাইড্ৰোজেন থাকিব. So adenine structure to important hoy because adenine structure to NCERT book page number 145 dia ase. Ate carbon or skeleton to likha nahi, just nitrogen or position to dia ase.
কার্বন নাম্বার 8 এর লগতে তো হাইড্রোজেন লেখা আছে না?
Yeah, etu hydrogen likha ase because 1 2 3 eta hydrogen basibo na. So tumaleke carbon or aru etu structure you did not need to remember, just remember this thing. If you have in mind this thing also, then also it's fine. Same thing. Both are same. NCERT book you will find this kind of structure aru ring to ephale ase, okay? Ring to either ephale thakiba pare nohole ephale, both are same. This is the basic structure which you need to keep in your mind. Aru adenine structure to important hoy because NCERT book dia ase structure to.
4 আৰু 5 পজিশনত কাৰ্বন আছে ন
4 আৰু 5 ত carbon থাকিবা because nitrogen অকল 1 ত থাকিবা 3 ত থাকিবা বাকি যিমান কিটা পজিশন আছে সবতে carbon থাকিব 7 ত থাকিবা আৰু 9 ত থাকিবা বাকি যিমান কিটা পজিশন সবতে carbon আছে nitrogen position kita important hai baki other things are not so important done everyone can I erase
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
next আমি guanine structure to some guanine আৰু adenine structure to almost same হয় just few differences are there
Ma'am, second to rub নকৰিব
okay so what is important out of this structure you have to know the adenine only because adenine to dia ase NCERT book baki kita structure যিখিনি মই further explanation কৰিম এইখিনি জানিবৰ কাৰণে বাকি kita structure তোমালোকে জানিব লাগিব okay guanine structure to কেনেকুৱা হ'ব and this same part you will get in your class 12 syllabus also so this is the structure of guanine there is a difference that yate amide group to carbon number 2 ত আছে তাতে amide group to carbon number 1 6 ত আছিল okay আৰু ইয়াতে carbon number 6 ত there is a ketone group okay carbonyl group so this is the structure of guanine So if we have to draw only the without the carbon, simply what we can do, if you are finding this structure difficult, just go for this structure, okay? Because yet it just for numbering dekhabo karone carbon position kita koi disilo. One. Don't consider this as nitrogen, okay? This is amide group. So both the structure are of guanine. Adenine carbon number 6 at amine group thake, yate carbon number 2 amine group thake, or carbon number 6 at ketone group. Carbonyl group is there. Koi gole muk koi diba, okay? That side I wrote amine group. NH2 তাতে nitrogen আছে বলি এটো nitrogen তো নহয় ৰিঙৰ ভিতৰত নাই ন এটো nitrogen, so it is not considered as a nitrogen. ইয়াতে আমাৰ যিকেইটা nitrogen আছে carbon number 7, carbon number 9, carbon number 1 আৰু carbon number 3 গোটেইকেইটা ৰিঙৰ ভিতৰত আছে. This is not inside the ring, okay? So it is not considered. It is considered as a functional group, that is the amine group. Done. Can I read?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we have discussed the purine structure. Purine spelling is short, but structure is double. Okay. Next pyrimidine we will discuss. Now we'll discuss the structure of cytosine. Nitrogen, 1, 2, 3. So this is here nitrogen number 1, carbon number, this is the position number 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry. Go with this is 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in carbon number 4, we will find the amide group. So this is the amine group. And carbon number 2, we find the carbonyl group. One, 2, 3 NH. So this structure can also be written as okay, there will be hydrogen here, okay? There will be hydrogen here. So without writing the carbon, we can draw it like this. Here there will be a hydrogen. So this is our carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, next structure we will draw thymine. Similarly, counting from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is what group? CH3 to key group will call?
Methyl.
Methyl group. In carbon number 5, you will find a methyl group. is a diagram of thymine. Similarly, next one is what is left? Uracil. Uracil simple hoy. Ki korba lage? Just methyl group to nai. This methyl group to omit kori diba. Thymine or pra, then uracil hoy jabo. Oh, sorry, yate methyl group to dibo lagisil, okay? In the previous diagram, yate methyl group to lagisil, which I have misplaced. So tomaleke correct kori loba. Aru uracil structure methyl group to nalage. Hekarne thymine is also known as 5-methyl uracil. Uracil jodi ami 5 position of methyl logai diu, it will be thymine. Are you getting the point?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So thymine kami ki kobo paru 5-methyl uracil. So ito tomaleke class 12 or book NCERT book thakiba. You will get it there. Okay. Thymine also known as 5-methyl uracil. So previous diagram to tomaleke methyl group to diba, okay? So out of all these structures, adenine and uracil is important because in page number 145 you will find the structure of adenine and uracil. What you need to know? Adenine and uracil. Page number 145 from NCERT. Carbon or position that is just a two simple structure to acid. যেটো structure NCERT bookত না থাকে এটো structure ওপৰত question নাহে ওকে generally নাহে NCERT bookৰ পৰা যিবিলাক question উঠাই দিয়ে এবিলাক যদি diagram related মানে question থাকে তেতিয়া হলে NCERT bookৰ পৰাই থাকে বেলেগ উঠাই নিদিয়ে examples and diagrams mostly Generally, NCERT book only. But conceptual questions can arise. Done, everyone? Clear? Structures কেটা মই আকৌ এবাৰ গ্ৰুপত তোমালোকক সেন্ড কৰি দিম, ওকে? যদি তোমালোকৰ কিবা মিস্টেক হৈছে জাস্ট তোমালোকে মিসম্যাচ কৰি লবা, ওকে? Done? Can I erase?
Yes. Yes.
So my advice from this part is you need to know the structure of adenine and uracil. Okay? Baki structures tumalokok draw koriba nide because adenine and uracil, if you are having school exams, CBSE students will have MCQ pattern, but I don't know about SEBA students. They might ask you to draw, but they will ask only adenine and uracil only. They won't go beyond the NCERT book. And for NEET also, you need these two structures. But conceptual level at baki kita structures also we need. But structures draw koriba nahe, okay? Okay. So this is all about the nitrogenous bases. So italeke ami ki pohilo nitrogenous bases are of two types, purine and pyrimidine. Purine or example ki asil? Purine,
adenine and
adenine and guanine. Okay. Or pyrimidine, thymine, uracil, cytosine. Okay. Purine spelling is short, so double. Pyrimidine spelling is long, single ring. Okay. Nitrogen position, very very important. Nitrogen kot kot thake? In case of purine,
carbon
One,
number 1,
three,
3, 7 and 9.
7 and 9.
1,
9.
3, 7, 9. Okay. Aru tate 1 aru 3. So next we'll discuss about the, this part is about basis we have discussed. Okay. Next we'll discuss about the pentose sugar. So pentose sugar are of two types. There are, যেটো আমি already কত discuss কৰিছো, carbohydrates discuss কৰিছো, two types of pentose sugar. First one is, yes, ribose sugar, and second one is what sugar? Deoxyribose sugar. আচ্ছা, রাইবোজ সুগার কোথা থেকে? DNA or RNA?
DNA. RNA. RNA. RNA.
Ribose, RNA থাকিব, okay? Present in RNA. And deoxyribose is present in DNA. So, structure of ribose sugar. It will carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4. Or it will carbon number 5. Carbon 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3, carbon number 4, আৰু এইটো হ'ল carbon number 5. Pentose sugar কেইটা carbon থাকে? 5টা carbon থাকে. এতিয়া মোক কোৱা, ribose sugar is a type of what kind of sugar? What kind of carbohydrate? Monosaccharide, disaccharide, polysaccharide. Ribose sugar is a type of polysaccharide, monosaccharide, disaccharide.
Polysaccharide.
Polysaccharide. Anyone else having any answer? Yeah, monosaccharide is the correct answer. How it can be polysaccharide? মই যেতিয়া পঢ়াইছিলো মই কনফিউজ হ'ব মানা কৰিছিলো না, carbon আৰু sugar is different thing. Monosaccharide means one sugar. It can be made up of 3 to 7 carbon, isn't it? So ribose is a monosaccharide, not a polysaccharide. Monosaccharides means single sugar, one sugar. Poly means 1 to 10 sugar, chain of sugar. Don't be confused between sugar and carbon. I am talking about sugar. So, pentose sugar is a type of monosaccharide, which is made up of 5 carbon. 5 carbon makes 1 sugar. 1 sugar means monosaccharide. Clear everyone? June mo polysaccharide answer is like clear whole?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So see, ribose sugar is present in RNA, deoxyribose sugar is present in DNA. So this is the structure of ribose sugar. Pentose sugar, deoxyribose sugar structure to same hoy except in one condition, that is in carbon number 2 there is no oxygen. Hekare naam to ki hoy deoxyribose, because in carbon number 2 there is no all the positions are same, but in carbon number 2 there is no oxygen. Hekare naam to ki hoy deoxy is without oxygen. In which position? Carbon number 2. So this is figure for deoxyribose. Baki sob same hoy. Just in carbon number 2 there is no oxygen. So this is the second difference in the structure of DNA and RNA. First difference here is in case of nitrogenous base. Here's the difference too. In case of RNA, there is uracil. In case of DNA, there is thymine. Second difference is in case of pentose sugar. In case of pentose sugar, in case of RNA, there is ribose sugar. In case of DNA, there is deoxyribose sugar. Sugar add kore diba, okay? Deoxyribose sugar. Aru keneke difference hobo ribose sugar and deoxyribose sugar? In carbon number 2 of deoxyribose sugar, there is no oxygen. So etaleke ami duta difference palu in case of DNA and RNA. First difference is that in case of RNA there is uracil. Nitrogenous base is uracil. In case of DNA, the nitrogenous base is thymine. Okay, instead of uracil. Then the second difference is in case of pentose sugar. Pentose sugar in case of RNA is ribose sugar, and in case of DNA it is deoxyribose sugar. Done everyone? Clear till this point?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So which is more stable? Can you remind? Which is more stable? What do you think? Which is more stable, ribose or deoxyribose?
Deoxyribose sugar.
And
Deoxyribose sugar.
Deoxyribose sugar. What is the reason?
Absence of oxygen.
because oxygen is not absent.
Yeah,
It's
oxygen is absent, and oxygen is highly reactive. If it is absent, then it is less reactive. Less reactive means more stable. So the concept was like this. Deoxyribose sugar is more stable because in carbon number 2 of deoxyribose sugar, oxygen is absent. Oxygen is highly reactive species. So, absence of oxygen makes it less reactive and hence more stable. Less reactive means more stable and hence more stable. Deoxyribose sugar is more stable because in carbon number 2 of deoxyribose sugar, oxygen is absent. Oxygen is highly reactive species, so absence of oxygen makes it less reactive. And hence more stable. So what we have discussed today, we have discussed that about nucleic acids. Nucleic acids are actually polymers of nucleotides. Okay, nucleotides consist of three things. One is nitrogenous base, pentose sugar, and the third thing is phosphate group, which we will discuss in the next class. Okay, and also we got another word, that is nucleoside. What is nucleoside? What is a nucleoside? Nitrogenous base.
absent.
Yeah, plus sugar, no phosphate. Okay. Then we have discussed about the nitrogenous base. There are two types, and then we have discussed about the pentose sugar. Pentose sugar are also two types. Okay, then we will wind up the theory class now because we have to discuss the questions. Okay, from animal kingdom. Kunal sir. So we will discuss the questions from animal kingdom from question number 151. Okay. Kunal sir, let me inform in all these ones.